Hi, I'm Eduardo Ferrese from Every Eye.
Hi.
Hey, Eduardo.
So, Chukwudi, I wanted to ask you, you have worked with James Gunn in the past. And how was for you the change from Peacemaker with a character that I loved? I wanted to tell you, I absolutely loved it. And how was the change from Peacemaker to Guardian of the Galaxy?
First of all, very different characters, as you know. But it was for me. It was a shift across to something that was obviously on a much bigger scale. There was something beautiful about Peacemaker that was actually, although it was superheroes, it was very intimate, almost like The Office meets superheroes. And then to go into something that's practically galactic and so huge was quite an eye-opener. But luckily for me, like you say, I'd worked with James, so I knew, first of all, I didn't have to prove myself to the director because he knows my work and brought me over. And so that made it very relaxing. But from stepping in, Peacemaker were all new characters I didn't really know at all and stuff, but stepping into Guardians with these characters that I'd gone to the cinema to watch and I'd seen them over the years, that was just like, I felt like a child again. But thankfully, because I knew James and because they were all so lovely on set and so warm and welcoming, I was able to let go of any of the nerves very quickly and get on with the work and hopefully justify his faith in me for bringing me across with him to do this, yeah.
And was it different, the way he worked on one set to the other, or was it always the same?
Honestly, it's the same. He's very consistent, he's very organized, very prepared, very funny, wants people to have a good time, wants people to be respectful. People seem happy to be in that set, not just the crew, not just the actors, but the crew as well. But the word for him is he's very prepared, but he's also ready to play. He wants to see what you bring to the table. So it wasn't actually, it was the same James. It's just that, as opposed to the sort of more intimate crew we had in Peacemaker, you're looking at a ginormous warehouse full of people creating these sets.
And Will, your character in the comics is pretty huge, and I think a lot of people, we're waiting for him. We're waiting for Adam Warlock to come and play with the others. And I think that James Gunn gave it a twist, a little bit of a twist from the comics to the movies. And how did you work with him to bring him to life in this different manner?
Yeah, I think James and I settled on this idea that Adam in this film would be in a kind of relatively early stage of his evolution, having just kind of emerged from the cocoon. He is quite kind of childlike in his mentality, even though physically he sort of seems kind of virtually fully formed. And that we thought kind of gave rise to, I think, opportunities to play both comedy and drama. Comedy, I think, could be found in, seeing this kind of quite naive person sort of, make mistakes and stumble through, the universe that he finds himself in. And then I think, the genuine kind of drama and pathos to be found in the mistakes that have more kind of like costly ramifications attached to them, those that pertain to life and death and forces of good and evil. And it was fun to be able to kind of explore all of those things in a relatively short and early section of his arc.
Yeah, in fact, I think that what you said about comedy and strength of your character, you can see, I think that from your filmography, Catching Bigelow's movie or other things, you put together all of these things, the brutality of the character and also his lighter part.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, potentially. I hope that I've been able to draw on some of the experiences that I've gathered in the past, and I was really grateful that James kind of took a chance on me, because I appreciate it probably wasn't necessarily obvious casting, but so much of what James does is subversive and outside the box, and I was very happy to kind of fly under his wing, and I felt total kind of confidence in him and his vision and what we were trying to do with it.